Okay, applying materials is really easy in Rhino. It can get very specific. We're not going to be specific today. We're just going to have fun with it and learn the basics. So, first thing we're going to do is apply a solid color. And the thing you need to locate is the toothpaste. I call it the toothpaste. On the right, you'll see these tabs, and the default is this rainbow wheel, which is properties, but you should see one that looks like a tube of toothpaste, which is materials. If for some reason you don't see materials over here, you can right click, um, and all of the ones with a check mark next to it will show up. So if you decheck it, it's going to go away. If you click on it to get the check mark, it'll come back. Okay, you'll see all of these. These are like the pictures that I've put in here, so you can ignore those. What you want to do is find this plus sign, and when you hover over it, it tells you create new material. That's great because that's what we're going to do. You'll click the plus sign and you want to choose custom. There are a lot of other ways to do this, but for today we're going to do custom. So click on custom. You can give it a name. I'm going to call this magenta. So the name will be here. You can edit the name in the name kind of bar thing. And then to do a simple color, all you have to do is click on this bar here. It's white because white is the default, and that'll open up your color selector. So you can use these sliders. You could use a color wheel. I am actually just going to pick from the list. I'm going to pick magenta. I love magenta, and I'm going to say okay. So this is like the world's simplest material. It's just a solid color that I picked from the list. So the way you apply this is shockingly easy. You click the object in the model. So I've selected this box here. Then you go back to your materials list, you right click on the one you want to apply, and you say assign to objects. And you won't see it now because we're in ghosted. If you go to view and switch over to rendered, you'll see that my box is magenta. Yay! So can do materials for all of these objects. It's the plus sign, the plus sign, custom, click this bar to select a color. Maybe this one can be lavender. So I'm gonna make the sphere lavender, assigned to objects. Cool. Maybe I'll do one that's my own color. So I've created a new one. I'm clicking on this color, and then I can use a color wheel to find something I like. Maybe we need something a little bit less saturated. What do you think? So we can use these sliders here, decrease the saturation. So now we've got this kind of sagey moss color. All right, maybe the pyramid can be sage. Cool. So I'll let you choose your own colors for these objects. Really easy and fun. And lastly, we're going to apply a material that is an image. And we're not going to do a whole lot with it today, but I want to get you started on how to do it because it's something you're going to be doing a lot of. So to use an image, you click on the plus sign, same process. We're going to make a custom material. So you're going to click on custom. But instead of clicking on this color thing here, you're going to go down to where it says textures. And so you'll see textures, and then the first thing is color. So you can click to assign texture, or you can click on these three dots here. So when you click on these three dots, it's going to open up the file explorer, and you can choose whatever photo you want to be the material. So what I do, and what I recommend you do, is I keep all of the materials that I use in one folder. I don't put them in with the project. I put them in a separate folder so that I can always reuse them again. So it's under this, I have this big folder of materials, and I separate them out by category. So I've got tons that are for stone. And let's see, what should we use today? You want to see this green marble? Cool. So I'm basically saying that I want to turn this image into a material, and Rhino is going to take the image and wrap it around the object. So I'm going to say open. Great. So now I've got this marble slab as a material, and I'll apply it to the pyramid. Boom. So now the pyramid is marble. Fun. I'll do another one. Let's see, what should we make this one? This could be... fabrics actually render surprisingly well in Rhino. So I've collected a bunch of fabric images. Some of them are seamless, some of them aren't. Let's try this one, see what happens. Oh, here's a seamless version. So here's a seamless image of a boucle. When I say seamless, that just means that when you tile the image, you won't see where each version of it stops and the next one starts. So it's just going to look like one seamless texture. And I'll apply that to the box. So what you'll see is that it's gigantic. And that does look a little bit weird. So what you can do is if you click on the name of the file under color, it'll take you to some of the settings. And the way to change the scale is to change the repeat. There are other ways of doing this, which we'll learn later on. But for now, if you make the repeat a higher number, the scale of the texture will be smaller. Basically, it just means that there are more of those images per foot, I think. That's the way Rhino understands it. So you might be asking, where did I get these? Where do I get these images? And my favorite place is called SketchUp Texture Club. And when you go to SketchUp Texture Club, you may think, oh my God, this looks like somewhere that's going to steal my credit card information. I promise, it's legit. You can sign up for an account. Everything's free. Well, I think there are some more premium features, but they have a ton of materials that you can use in your models. So if you go to architecture, you'll see particularly the woods. There are a lot of great woods that you can download. And these are all seamless, so you're never going to see a line. You're never going to see these like tile patterns when you apply it to your objects. There's also a lot of paper. The fabrics are kind of iffy, but there's a lot here to get started with. And of course, crowd favorite is applying natural materials. Okay, so get started with SketchUp Texture Club, play around adding those materials to some of these objects. It's easy, it's fun, should be no stress.